Alright guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I essentially got canceled from Facebook. So, with that being said, find yourself a chair, take a seat, strap yourselves in, and let's talk. Yo, what is going on everybody? My name is Ed Carter, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, so with this particular video, I'm not going to do my usual shtick. You're not going to see a lot of jumps. You're not going to see a lot of transitions. This is a very important video with a very important topic, and I'm just going to speak openly and speak freely about it, just so y'all know. But with that being said, let's jump in. So pretty much this is how it happened. So Saturday morning, I go to log on Facebook. Everything was fine. I didn't have any notifications. Everything was normal. Everything was normal as usual. So I go to log back off. 10 to 15 minutes later, I go to log back in, right? And I get this message saying, okay, so it basically said you violated our community guidelines, which they didn't say which guidelines I violated, but they said you violated our community guidelines and we're getting ready to disable your page. And you have within 30 days to dispute it and say, look, it was a mistake, this shouldn't have happened. You have 30 days to do that, otherwise your page will be disabled completely. So I immediately, I try to dispute it. I said, this is a mistake, this shouldn't have happened, yada, yada, yada. So I wait, and a few seconds later, I get a message saying, okay, it may take about 24 hours for us to respond back to you to really see if this was a mistake, because we don't have a lot of people that can do all this stuff because of COVID, yada, yada, yada. And I said, fine. So I wait for probably about hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. And then I log back on to see if anything changed. And I get another message saying, okay, we reviewed everything and we decided that you still violated our standards. It was a severe violation and you're kicked off our platform. I had that page for 11 years. 11 years. All my contacts, all my friends, all the photos, all the posts, everything that I've had and shared and saved with that 11-year period is completely gone. And it's as if I was never even on that platform to begin with. And also, I forgot to mention this too. Yes, this is a permanent ban. I cannot recover my page at all, which sucks even more. Now, when it initially happened, I had mixed feelings about it. I didn't know exactly what to think. I didn't know exactly how to respond. Because honestly, on the good part, it's kind of relieving. It is pretty relieving knowing that I don't have to use it anymore, because it did take up a lot of my time, constantly on it, constantly checking, constantly scrolling, all that stuff. So the fact that I don't have to worry about that now, I feel free. It feels freeing. It really does. It feels very liberating. But then on the flip side, once again, it's like 11 years I've been on that platform. Everyone that I was able to keep in contact with through there, I can't recover that. Well, I could if I created a new account, but to be perfectly honest, I don't plan on doing that in the foreseeable future. But I had mixed feelings about it. And I think the part that really upset me the most was the fact that when it originally happened, I wasn't told how. Like, what piece of content was it that got me banned, or what was it that happened? There was no explanation. I didn't get an email back. There was nothing. There was literally nothing that explained, that justified why I got booted. It was none. It was absolutely none. And it's still crazy to think about, but yeah, that's literally all that happened. So the only two scenarios I could come up with was, one, I got booted because of my religious beliefs. Now, at first I was like, man, I got booted because of my religious beliefs. This is absolutely crazy. And I've been sharing that type of content for the past 10 years because I became a Christian in 2011. So yeah, I've been sharing stuff like that on my profile for that long. But then I stopped and thought about it. I was like, well, I still have friends who post that type of stuff now, and this didn't happen to them. So I'm sitting here scratching my head trying to figure out, okay, what was it that got me booted? What was it that got me banned? What piece of content specifically got me to boot? Then I thought about a video I did just a couple weeks prior. Here's a thumbnail. I'm gonna leave the link to this video down in the description section. Check it out when you get a chance. Let me know if I said anything wrong or I was offensive or whatever, but I don't believe that I was. So, and in this video, I did mention the LGBTQ community specifically, but not in the context that you would think. So pretty much a whole synopsis of the video was I believe that the reason there's so much division amongst us in regards to our ideologies is because there's no apathy. A lot of people tend to think that Christians hate gay people or that Christians are afraid of gay people. That's not the case. And what I said was, okay, do I believe homosexuality is a sin? Yes. Do I hate anybody who is a homosexual or a lesbian or anyone that supports the LGBTQ community? Do I hate any of those people? No, I do not. Do I wish death upon those people? No, I do not. And that is what I said. So the only thing that I could think of was that somebody saw that piece of content, heard me say, I believe homosexuality is a sin, ran to Facebook with it, and got me booted. That's really the only thing that I could think of, because, and it's also kind of funny because I've posted stuff up about that before and it's never been a problem. So I don't know. I have no idea, but that's essentially how it went down. So I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant. I'm gonna make my last point and then this video will be done. So let's say, because the entire thing is hypothetical. This situation is hypothetical because I don't know really what happened. Facebook won't tell me. And, you know, they really aren't going to tell me now. But let's just say in that video where I said, do I believe homosexuality is a sin? Yes. Do I agree with the LGBTQ community? No. Let's say somebody heard that, took that one part of the video, ran to Facebook with it, and got me booted. To the individual that did that, if you did that, if you're watching this video right now, I don't hate you. I really don't hate you. I don't even dislike you. You know what I mean? I wish the absolute best for you. I truly do. And if you don't know the Lord, I really do hope you come to know the Lord, know that Jesus Christ is Savior, and that you can be saved. I really, really, truly do. But I will say, you proved my point. You proved my point. You literally proved my point. Because in that video, the whole idea of the video was saying the reason we are divided as a country as far as ideals is because we don't have empathy. We don't understand where the other person is coming from. And we Christians are guilty of it too sometimes. We really are, because we're human. We're guilty of it sometimes. And it's going to happen, but we got to have that empathy to stop and try to understand where the other person is coming from before we try to shove anything down their throat. Or try to, you know, in this case, try to shut somebody up. But the very fact that you reported me for something and you didn't even understand the complete context to it proves that it's an issue that we've got to address as quick as possible. But and I know the spiritual and biblical applications of it. Like, I understand that. But as far as practical, we just got to learn how to empathize with one another. And the fact that this happened, it just proves all the more that we need to focus on it that much more. So, I mean, you proved my point. Now, as far as an apology, I'm sorry that you found my content offensive, if you did, but I'm not sorry for saying it, because I didn't say anything offensive. I didn't say anything that was mean or hateful. I didn't, and I'm not going to apologize for something I didn't do. Simple as that. Now, that leads me to the final point. The reason why I said I got canceled from Facebook specifically is because, one, I've been sharing the same content, like I said earlier, for 10 years, and it's never, ever been a problem. And now, all of a sudden, it's wrong. All of a sudden, I get booted, okay? And all I've been posting, with the exception of a couple funny videos here or wrestling videos here and there, it's been primarily about God, Jesus, the faith, primarily, and I get booted. And the second thing is the fact that, let's say somebody did report me, Facebook found my content to be so offensive, so hateful, that they had to get rid of me. Okay, I've never said anything hateful. I've been saying the same thing for the past 10 years, but now all of a sudden, it's a problem. I violated your guys' standards. So in order to shut me up, at least from Facebook, you get rid of me completely. Okay, fine, whatever. Like I said, as far as getting back on it, for the foreseeable future, no. Maybe at some point down the road, but probably not. But and I just want to close out the video with this. To Christians, any believer, understand and know that this could very well happen to you. Understand that this could be, it doesn't even have to be just Facebook. It could be on Instagram, it could be on Twitter, it can be here on YouTube. It can happen anywhere. It really truly can. So be aware and be warned. Just know. And we know that stuff like this is going to happen, but it hits different when it happens to you. At least that was my mindset when it happened to me. Like, I've heard about stuff like this. I have seen stuff like this, but it's a different feeling when it actually happens to you. Because now the reality of it happening is setting in. It's not a hypothetical thing, or it's not something that could potentially happen. It's happening, and it's happened. So I just wanted to share with y'all. Be encouraged. If it happens, it's going to happen. But don't take it as a bad thing. Don't take it as a negative thing. You know, we're all suffering for the sake of Christ at the end of the day. This isn't our home. This world is not our home. This temporal world is not our home. Eternity with Christ, that's where we belong. The heavenly realms in heaven with God, that's where we are destined to be. So, with that, that's the video. Let me know down in the comments, am I just completely blowing this entire thing out of proportion? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know if maybe this has happened to you, or you've known somebody this has happened to. Let me know down in the comments. But at the end of the day, just be encouraged. Stuff like this is going to happen. And honestly, it's going to happen a lot sooner rather than later. And we just need to prepare ourselves for it. We need to prepare our minds, our spirits for things like this happening. But otherwise, guys, that's a video. I'll be back again next week for another video. Lord willing, nothing like this happens again. But until then, y'all have a good day. God bless. Much love. Take care.